and just share what you do now and what's happened since you've been with us. Can you do that? Is that cool? Come on, everybody express your appreciation one more time.
Yeah, like Zippy said, I'm more comfortable with the kids. At least I don't have to yell and be quiet and listen like we have to do over there on Sunday morning. Please be quiet, sit down. But I'm more comfortable talking to them. But I'll give you a little background how I began in kids ministry. Actually, I started at a young age. Born in, I'll just go real quick. Born in upstate New York, actually Rochester. Started in kids ministry in New York at our church there in New York. It was Assembly of God. My mom would drive the van and I'd go out and visit the kids and pick the kids up. At 13 years old I was. And we had a van route. We were filling the van with several kids. At that time we had a couple of vans. We would drive, my mom would drive one, and then we had another guy at church to drive one. And that's when I started the kids ministry. And actually I should have started from the beginning. I was born into Catholic. We were Catholic, heavily Catholic when I was a young kid. My dad left me when I was really young. I still love my real dad, but he wasn't in my life at all, my real dad. He left me when we were fairly young. My stepdad raised me, and my mom and my stepdad have been married almost, I think, 48, 49 years now. So I didn't really know my real dad. My real dad was a tough guy, a thug. He was in the mafia in New York. He was in the mafia in New York. As a little kid, I seen things I probably shouldn't have seen as a little kid, but I seen our car get blown up, come to the house shooting guns at us, and my mom trying to kill her and stuff. But my mom finally left him when I was a young age. Like I said, she's been married, and my stepdad has raised me. He's been my dad, and he's been in church his whole life. So we started in church. I was about 13 years old. Like I said, my uncle got saved. We used to go to Catholics church and light the candles and stuff. One thing, we were devoted Catholics. Every time the door was open, we were there. We were there at nights praying because our life was such a wreck. And when I was young, with my not having the dad around and all the stuff that went on in our life. But that was when I was younger. But like I said, at 13, I got saved, got baptized, and I was starting the van ministry back in New York. And then we moved out here, and we moved out here, and then I got into, actually my dad got transferred to the post office out here, and then we got into First Assembly of God, and I was about 21 years old at Phoenix First, and they taught me the ropes, how to be a van pastor, what to do, what to say, how to go out and sow and all that. So I went through their training through Phoenix First with Pastor Barnett and Dale Lane and all the old timers, and it was awesome. I did the bus route at Phoenix First for about 18 years, I think, or so. So I did it for quite some time. I had a route in South Phoenix. I had a route in off of 35th and Van Buren area, and I also had a Guadalupe route. I had a Guadalupe route. We used to bring in, at Easter time, we brought in over 600 kids just in Guadalupe at Easter. So there's kids out there and they're hungry, but it takes workers, dedication, and it's just not, you just don't go out and pick up the kids. You have to go into their environment, you have to visit them, you have to be part of their lives and show them that you really care about them. Because a lot of these kids come from rough backgrounds, and it takes us time. Just come to church once a week. Sometimes it doesn't do it, so I try to do a little bit more, go out and see them and talk to them and see if there's anything they need. So like I said, I did that for a long time at Phoenix First, and we ran the buses nonstop, visitations. Usually all day Saturday, all day Sunday, I go with the 2 routes and stuff. Then I got a later in my life, I have 3 boys. The oldest is 38, the youngest is 20 or 30, and I got a 31-year-old. I got out of it for a short time because I had some kids. Then about 2016, I got back into it was a similar, we got back into it at First Family Life Assembly of God. We started in the Maryville area. Actually, the teacher over here is teaching. Alice was going to that church. She said, "Rich, why don't you go to my trailer court at 59th in Missouri and start picking up the kids?" So I did. And those kids only lasted for a short time, but it was amazing. We were having, it was right around Christmas, so we put them in a Christmas play. We had a really good Christmas play our first Christmas, and we were getting about 15 to 17 kids. Then we expanded it out into like 59th in Glendale area, Maryland and stuff, and that's when I started picking up, if you know, a lot of the kids that go here, like Maria, Jennifer, Kevin, Rio, they're all our old time. They've been with us probably, 7 years at least. So they've been coming a long time. We've seen them grow from, and we actually seen them grow in the Lord, which has been awesome. Like I said, we brought in a few kids there, and then it just it's expanded. Now on Sundays we're here. Some Sundays we're running 85, 95 kids every Sunday. With the youth during the weekday, we probably have with our youth and stuff, we probably run about 125, I think, maybe a week with our youth. We could run so much more, but we need workers. We need people to help. It's just not, you go out and pick them up, you go and visit them. We also have a food ministry that's run by, my wife does it, Beth, and then Cindy and Dale helps, and who else? I'm trying to think. There's several. We have food ministry that we run on Saturdays. We bring food boxes out to our families that ask for it and need it, because a lot of them don't have cars. So we actually do that after we do visitation on Saturday. So Saturday's a long day. We usually get done about 7 o'clock at night on Saturdays. So it's really grown. It wasn't for this church. Seeing it's the next generation. Our kids and our youth over here, this is the next generation. I'm 62, I won't be. I started the bus ministry very young, and now I never thought I'd be back into it, but I am. But we have, through all the years, this has been, I know this, we've had more miracles that we've seen, so many miracles, life's changed. Our financial need met, funds for kids to go to camp, like I said, the food and stuff. It's been amazing what we've accomplished, but it's all through the church itself and the people under it. Zippy's been awesome, God. You guys don't realize that we have, because a lot of churches don't have the vision. The vision is dead. There's kids out there looking for church, and there's not enough workers to do it. There's not enough people that want to do it. And you have to be dedicated. If you're not dedicated, it's not going to work. And God wants you to dedicate. I do this, and it's hard on us sometimes. My wife will tell us, it's hard on us. I go week in, week out. But the dedication is you have to have it. That's the stability that the kids will see in you. And that's why we do what we do. I don't do it for any praise. I do it for God. And God is giving me the strength. He tells me where to go, and I be out in the area visiting kids, and I go into new areas, and I try to do it every week, and he says, go over here, and I go over here, and I get some new kids. I go over there, and get some new kids. There's a lot of hungry souls out there, and the kids are looking for it. So, but like I said, when we came over, and we've been here, 3.5 years now, we came over from another church. They didn't have the vision. Their vision was no kids. Their vision was their kids in their area and no one else. But God says in the Bible, goes to highways and byways and compel them to come in. That means if we have to go to Buckeye, we go to Buckeye and get them. If we have to go to any part, race to get them, we go and get them. And the other church we had didn't have the vision. When they came here with Zippy and Liz especially, they've had the vision, and they support us 100%. Like I said, I'm not the greatest speaker. I'm just trying to tell you from my heart. I'm not sure what else my notes were. I wrote some notes real quick, so I wouldn't get confused. My desire is really to get some younger people into help. That's my desire, and me to kind of oversee it eventually. But I just won't let anything go. I have to make sure it is up to where it should be. And When it comes to visitations and with the kids, I'm really stern on that. That's just something that we were trained at Phoenix First a long time ago. That's how you get the kids to come to church and to be part of it and stuff. But this has been it's a blessing to me to see what the kids ministry has started from where it is now. I mean, like I said, it's amazing. We can have 4 or 5 services. We can have Saturday services for kids like we did at Phoenix First. We had Saturday services and we had Sunday services, but we need the workers and people to be dedicated and also to sow into financially, plus also working, because any type of ministry, if anyone tells you it doesn't cost, ministries do cost. Gas costs, insurance costs, vans cost. We need another van right now. We need another van. We're doing four runs a day on Sunday. Our vans go out and back 4 times on Sunday to get all the kids in, and we get them home by about 4 o'clock. By the time we get the last stop home, 4 o'clock. So yes, it does cost money, but I appreciate Pastor Sebastian a lot for seeing the vision. He sees a vision, next generation. And I appreciate his wife for all they do. They support us and everything, even making food for the kids, because we feed the kids breakfast and lunch. Like I said, anyone who's ever interested is called to see us. But that's it. Okay?